Welcome to a transformative adventure with many habits. This book, written by the innovator Guise, is not just a guide, it's a habit formation revolution. Stephen takes us on a journey, revealing how small daily actions can trigger monumental changes in our lives. With humor and wisdom, he teaches us that we don't need radical transformations to improve, but rather consistent and manageable steps. Each chapter unfolds practical strategies and examples from historical figures who have applied these teachings. Get ready to change your life with many habits. Stephen Guise, the brain behind this revolutionary approach, is an expert in habit change and a recognized author. His unique focus on many habits arose from his personal experience and in-depth studies in behavioral psychology. Guise, with his accessible and friendly style, has become an influential voice in the field of personal development, inspiring thousands through his writings and his blog, Deep Existence. In conclusion, Many Habits, Smaller Habits, Bigger Results by Stephen Guise is more than a book, it's a catalyst for change. Through its practical and accessible approach, combined with inspiring stories of successful people, this book equips you with powerful tools for personal transformation. With each chapter, you dive deeper into the fascinating world of many habits, learning to apply small actions to achieve great results. Join us on this exciting journey and start building your path to a brighter and more successful future. Chapter 1: Introduction to Many Habits. In this chapter, Stephen Guise introduces many habits as small daily actions that can trigger significant life changes. He highlights how these simple steps can be more effective than sudden, large transformations. Guise illustrates how starting with something as small as a daily push-up can lead to significant change. He argues that many habits are sustainable and less overwhelming than big changes. This approach helps overcome resistance to change and establish new, healthier behavior patterns. The chapter underscores the importance of consistency and the accumulation of small steps to achieve surprising results. Imagine you want to be stronger and decide to start by doing just one push-up each day. At first, it seems very small, but if you do it every day, you gradually become stronger. Many habits are like seeds you plant and care for every day. Just like a plant grows little by little, your abilities and strength also grow every time you perform that small action. It's like a game where you add a point each day, and those points accumulate until you achieve something great. A real-life example. A great example of many habits in action is the famous painter Claude Monet. Monet didn't become a master of Impressionism overnight. He started with small steps, painting simple scenes and practicing every day. Over time, his skills and unique style developed. These daily small steps led him to create some of the most famous and valued artworks in the world. Monet demonstrated that constant practice, even in small doses, can lead to extraordinary results in art in any area of life. Chapter 2: How Your Brain Works. This chapter focuses on the brain's workings behind habit formation. Stephen Guise explains how the brain processes and maintains habits, emphasizing the importance of understanding this mechanism for developing effective many habits. Guise delves into the neuroscience behind habits, detailing how the repetition of actions leads to ingrained behavior patterns. He underlines that understanding how the brain forms habits allows us to reprogram it to adopt healthier and more productive habits. This chapter is crucial to understanding why many habits are an effective strategy for change, as they work with, rather than against, human nature and brain psychology. Imagine your brain is like a supercomputer that learns what you do often. When you do something many times, like brushing your teeth, your brain remembers it and makes it easier. Many habits are like games you teach your brain to do good things. If you practice something good a little every day, your brain will remember it and help you do it more easily. A real-life example. A great example is Ludwig van Beethoven, who, despite his progressive deafness, became one of the most influential musicians. Through daily practice and dedication to music, Beethoven overcame his disadvantage and created masterpieces. His life shows how constant repetition and determination can overcome obstacles and form habits that lead to success. Chapter 3: Willpower versus Motivation. In this chapter, Guise examines the battle between willpower and motivation, emphasizing how willpower is more reliable and consistent for sustaining long-term habits. Guise argues that relying on fluctuating motivation is less effective than using constant willpower. He explains how many habits require less mental energy and are easier to maintain, even when motivation is low. Through examples and analysis, this chapter provides a deep understanding of how willpower can be a more powerful and sustainable resource for achieving lasting changes. Think of your favorite game. Sometimes you don't feel like playing, but once you start, it's fun. That's like willpower. Even though you might not feel like doing something, like studying or cleaning your room, once you begin, you can achieve it. Many habits are like starting with something small so that it's not hard to begin. A real-life example: consider Amelia Earhart, the famous aviator. She didn't always have the opportunity or motivation to fly, but her willpower and commitment to consistent small actions led her to make aviation history. Despite challenges and moments when flying seemed impossible, her determination and constant practice of her flying skills were key to her achievements. Chapter 4: The Strategy of Many Habits. This chapter details how to strategically implement many habits in daily life, highlighting the importance of consistent and realistic small steps for lasting change. Stephen Guise presents a step-by-step approach to integrating many habits into daily life. He explains how to select small, manageable habits and systematically incorporate them into our routines. This chapter emphasizes the effectiveness of tackling changes gradually, avoiding the overwhelming feeling of taking on large tasks at once. Guise offers practical tips on staying focused and how many habits can become a natural and effective part of personal development. Imagine you want to learn to play the guitar. Instead of trying to play complicated songs from the start, you begin by learning simple chords and practicing a little every day. Over time, these small steps will help you play entire songs. Many habits are like those simple chords, little things you can do each day to achieve something bigger. A real-life example: consider Lionel Messi, one of the most talented footballers in the world. Messi didn't become a great player overnight. He began by practicing basic soccer skills every day from an early age. His commitment to constant training, focused on gradually improving, led him to reach exceptional levels of football skill. Messi's career is a perfect example of how consistent small steps can lead to extraordinary achievements. Chapter 5: The Uniqueness of Many Habits. This chapter highlights how many habits differ from other habit change approaches, offering a unique and effective way to achieve personal change. Guise emphasizes the uniqueness of many habits and their ability to compete with ingrained and challenging habits. He explains that being small and manageable, many habits are easier to maintain and can lead to significant and lasting change. The chapter encourages readers to adopt a more realistic and accessible approach to personal change, arguing that small steps are more sustainable and less intimidating. Imagine you want to build a giant sandcastle. Instead of trying to do it all at once, you start with a handful of sand at a time. Many habits are like those small handfuls of sand. Each small habit is like adding a little more sand to your castle. Over time, those small habits build something big and amazing. A real-life example: J.K. Rowling's story, the author of Harry Potter, is an inspiring example. Rowling didn't write her book series overnight. She started with the constant practice of writing every day, often in difficult circumstances. This daily dedication and the small steps in her writing eventually led her to create one of the most successful book series in the world. Her story shows how many habits can transform a passion into a monumental achievement. Chapter 6: Many Habits, 8 Steps to Big Change. This chapter introduces a structured 8-step approach to implementing mini habits, providing a clear and practical guide to achieving significant personal changes. Guise breaks down the process of establishing mini habits into 8 detailed steps, from identifying goals to integrating the habits into daily life. The chapter emphasizes the importance of planning, consistency, and adaptability in the change process. Guise offers useful and realistic advice for staying motivated and overcoming common challenges on the path to change. Imagine you have a large puzzle. Instead of trying to put it together all at once, you find and place one piece at a time. That's how mini habits work. Each small habit is like a puzzle piece that, bit by bit, helps you complete the overall picture of your goals. A real-life example. The story of Olympic athlete Simone Biles is an example of how mini habits can lead to success. Biles didn't become a champion gymnast overnight. She started with daily practices, perfecting each movement and technique. Her focus on small steps and constant improvements led her to reach excellence in gymnastics. Her discipline and focus on mini habits show how consistency and daily work can lead to extraordinary achievements. Chapter 7: The 8 Rules of Mini Habits. This chapter consolidates the fundamental principles of mini habits into 8 clear rules, providing a structured guide to maintain and maximize the success of the habits. Guise synthesizes the key concepts of mini habits into 8 essential rules. These rules range from the importance of consistency to adjusting habits to suit different situations. This chapter is vital for those looking to effectively and sustainably apply mini habits in their daily lives, offering practical advice to stay on track for change. Think of the rules of a game that help you play better. The 8 rules of mini habits are like those tips that help you improve bit by bit. They teach you to be consistent, adapt your habits, and not give up, even when it's hard at the beginning. A real-life example. Consider Agatha Christie, the famous mystery novelist. Christie didn't write a book in one go. Instead, she developed the habit of writing a little every day. Through her steady and methodical approach, she wrote over 66 novels, becoming one of the best-selling novelists of all time. Her story demonstrates how following simple and consistent rules can lead to extraordinary results. Amazing! You've explored many habits and discovered how small actions can transform your life. Remember, repetition is key. Listen to this summary several times a day to internalize and apply these powerful strategies. Doing so, you'll move closer to achieving your dreams and enriching your life. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. By doing so, you're not only showing gratitude, but also opening the doors to more blessings and prosperity. This video is available in various languages. Find the links in the description to learn and practice other languages. Additionally, acquire mini habits in physical, digital, or audiobook format. By doing so, you're investing in your growth and success. On our channel, you'll find express summaries, detailed analyses with practical resources, and videos of positive affirmations, all to help you apply and act according to the teachings of the book. Explore the entire series of videos to deepen your understanding of the book and grow in all areas of your life. Click, subscribe, share, and comment to increase gratitude and wealth in your life. The links in the description will lead you to valuable resources and guide you on this journey of transformation with mini habits. Start today and see how mini habits can unlock your potential.